do I increase my perceived value? Struggling with this one because we're attracting the wrong clients.
Yeah, it's a really common one, isn't it?
It is.
Perceived value. So perceived value can be perceived as slashing prices, can't it?
Yeah.
It's a tactic that most do to get audiences to think that's really valuable. Like, I need that thing because it's cheap, but is cheap always good?
Yeah. And perceived value ideally should be, it's this non-tangible thing, isn't it? It's like, what is somebody willing to give you for the service that you are offering? So we actually had this conversation the other day when I think I'd ordered like a cheese bean toastie or something from Costa, and it was like, what, £4? And then we're going, do you know what? I could probably make about 15 of these if I just went and bought a loaf of bread and the beans and the cheese.
Yeah.
I could make loads.
And actually, we ended up shoving it into a napkin and taking it out into the car park.
Yeah.
So we didn't even have the experience of eating it.
So the perceived value, again, is going to be subjective to everyone. And I think that is a crucial bit to consider when you're going perceived value, because it is subjective. So no matter what you put in your product or service, it is not going to be for everybody.
And also, the perceived value of your client isn't necessarily your own perceived value, because we've actually had this conversation about our services that we offer.
Yes, we have.
And we've said we're not our ideal client. We might not even buy what we offer for the dog training. We might not even buy what it is we offer.
There's no might, I wouldn't.
You've said definitively. I may do, but we are not our clients. So we have to take ourselves out of it and take a step back, which is really, really difficult, isn't it? I think it's difficult to imagine you are the consumer, imagine you're the client, and to think, what would I feel would be a reason to buy something over the next thing? And that's a really good start, is to maybe just go, what things do I absolutely, like, what products or services do I shout about? Would I not go anywhere else? It's absolutely got to be that place where I get it from, or that shop that I go to. You know, let's think of the high street, Next or Zara, like for women's clothes shops. Like, what is it about that over maybe Primark that you might, spend your cash on?
Yeah.
So there's something about those places that people prefer. Let's face it, Primark often copy the designer styles, and they pretty much are the same. Okay, the quality might not be the same, they might not last as long, but they pretty much are. Like, if you've got limited funds, you could look at it that way. But is it the whole experience of going shopping in that place? Is it even, I know it sounds ridiculous, I have been encouraged to buy something from a certain shop because of the bag they give you.
Oh my God.
So I used to be a massive Cath Kidston fan. And for me, the whole experience of Cath Kidston was like, the shop assistants were always lovely. They always wore the clothes. They'd always come and chat to you. They were always pretty like funky, actually. And the bag you got was like amazing. And I'd keep it and reuse it for loads of things. And it was like, I've got a Cath Kidston bag. So I might have bought a Cath Kidston bag, and then it's in a Cath Kidston bag that I can take round with me and show off that bag as well. So
Apple do that really well.
Yeah, they do, don't
People
they?
like keep the empty laptop boxes because it's a nice box.
I've still got an old, I don't even have an iPhone, and I've got an old Apple box from my old phone, and like that sticker that you can stick, they give you that Apple sticker, don't they?
Yeah.
You can put somewhere.
This is it, but this is that perceived value bit. Like, it's going to be subjective to everyone, but when you know your audience and your market so well, like you know it inside out, everything just becomes so much easier. And again, people have a choice. They don't have to buy from you, and it's okay.